I keep forgetting that I need to look at the camera, not myself, while I'm recording. So we are back with video too. And when I say we, I mean me. It's just me here. What I wanted to do today is show you what a typical day in my life looks like. I think, there are people on the various medias who document their life and their journey, but they might not show you what their life is really like and what their struggles are. And that might make it hard for you to know how you can relate to them. So before I give you the details, a little background. I finished an accounting degree, my second bachelor's degree, August of this year. And I started it August of 2023. And my life and my schedule has been about the same since then. So that means that everything I'm doing now to build my business and everything that I had to do to get that accounting degree had to fit into basically the same schedule that I'm going to be sharing with you. There were some minor things that were different. At the moment, I am doing everything 100% on my own. The majority of that time between August 2023 and now, I did have my mom for support. I was living with her. I'm not living with her now, but I'm living in the same house. It's a long story. And she'll be coming back in April of next year. But I did have that extra support at one point. And so where it's relevant in my schedule, I'll share what the differences were. And by the way, this is Monday through Friday. First thing in the morning, alarm's going off at 5:20. Hit the snooze a couple times. I know I shouldn't, but it's early. 5:40-ish. I'm getting up, taking a shower, getting my daughter up at about 6 a.m. The school district seems to hate the 5th and 6th graders because they gave them the earliest schedule. The bus comes at 6:40-ish, getting her up at 6, getting her ready, packing the lunch. There's no time to do anything else at that point. I walk her to the bus stop, walk back. At that point, it's about 6:45. I leave for work at 7:30. And so 6:45 to 7, I'm finishing getting ready because I definitely didn't before we left. I'm going in my pajamas and my hair looking like crap to the bus stop, but whatever. So I'm getting ready. I'm packing my own lunch because I don't have the money to go eat out, much less DoorDash. And then after a commute of roughly an hour and 15 minutes, I start work at 8:45 and I work till 4:30. And I absolutely have to leave at 4:30 because the traffic going back is closer to an hour and a half, and I absolutely have to be home by 6. So up to this point, the first opportunity that I would have had to work on my business is during my lunch. I take 30 minutes, and what I'm doing is training videos through a program that I signed up with so that I can just really learn QuickBooks well. I want to be an expert so that I can best help my clients, since QuickBooks is the most popular software that most of them will be using. So again, after the commute, I'm getting home at 6, and 4 out of 5 days of the week, my kids have some kind of activity. My son is in martial arts, my daughter's in gymnastics. And essentially, I have to leave the house at either 6:45 or 6:50 4 of those 5 days. That means that I have 45 minutes once I get home to both cook and for us to eat. Again, still not quite time yet for the business. The next time I actually do get some time to work on my business is during my kids' activities. So my daughter has gymnastics, and they actually don't allow the parents to physically go in there just because of the space. They have cameras that you can watch. But so I have basically a whole hour that I just sit in my car and I can work on anything I want to. For my son's martial arts, you can go in. And what I will typically do at this point is I will sit in my car for 30 minutes working on whatever I need to do, and then I go in for the other 30 minutes. Once the activities are done, we're getting home 8:15, 8:30, and at that point it is basically get kids ready for bed. Make sure everybody's taking showers, brushing teeth, all of that kind of stuff. Then my next opportunity to work on the business is after they've gone to bed. Although a lot of times I'm also wanting to maybe wash some dishes, because that definitely didn't happen earlier, or just do some other things, or even just have a little bit of downtime. And it can get difficult because sometimes my daughter wants me to lay in with her, and I'm pretty much consistently sleep deprived. So I'll lay in with her for a couple minutes, and then I start to get tired, and then it gets to be challenging at that point. And so as you can see, weekdays are very much a challenge. But again, I was able to finish an accounting degree in 2 years, just chipping away at it with those little bits of time that I had. And then, of course, there's the weekends. My kids go with their dad every other weekend. So on the weekends that they're not with me, I really tried hard to dedicate as much time as I could to my accounting degree and now my business. And I'm not going to lie, I am not always successful. Sometimes I get sucked into one form of media or the other. But again, I finished my degree doing the same thing, just chipping away, doing what I could during the weekdays and making up as much as possible on the weekends while still doing everything else that I have to do on the weekends. Meal plan, grocery shop, 4 to 5 loads of laundry, because there's no way I'm doing it during the week. And you might think, oh, but you had your mom for support like the majority of that time, like you said. The main way she came into play was that she would cook Monday through Friday. What that allowed me to do is not have to do it all in 45 minutes. She was able to cook beforehand, have it ready when I got home at 6, and then we were just able to, nice and calmly eat, not have to inhale our food. But it really still didn't give me additional time to work on the business. Definitely one of the biggest challenges this year in particular, because in previous years I would get up earlier and have an additional half an hour, even an hour if I got up early enough to work on my accounting degree in the morning. Now that my daughter's bus is coming so early, I am already having to get up at 5:20 just to do what I absolutely have to do and still get to work by 8:45. So I did lose that morning time, is creating a little bit of a challenge. But I think I have improved in terms of trying to stay focused. I have implemented some systems to keep myself away from the screen a little bit better. It's a work in progress, and happy to share what I'm doing so far in a future video. And yeah, that about covers it. So I forgot to do this in the first one. If you want to keep watching my videos and see what I'm doing and how the business is going and all of that kind of stuff, feel free to subscribe, and you can also like, comment, whatever. I would appreciate it. See you in the next video.